Okay, here are the notes. If you don't have this worksheet, I'll leave it there in the Schoology so you can print it out or ask me for this worksheet. But those of you here in class, you have this worksheet. Let's jump over to let's do number 1. Okay, now, yesterday on the Delta Math assignment, you didn't have to draw the line of reflection because it was already drawn for you. It was given. But here you have to draw it. I had a lot of students in period 1. If you don't read the question, you're gonna assume that the next problem is like the one before, and then you're doing it wrong, and that's what was happening with the other class. So I want everybody to draw the line. Where is the y-axis? I want you to use which one? The middle one. Wow, they're kind of both in the middle. Which one's the y? Go ahead and highlight this. The vertical one. I like that. The vertical one. And it has a y. Everybody highlight this. You have to see it. If you don't see it, then that's why you're going to be like, well, what's going on here? We're still covering reflections, right? You have to reflect it along a line. You need a line. The other assignment said like y equals 2, y equals -3, x equals 5. This one says you're going to use one of the axes as the line of reflection. Other than that, this one's so easy, right? Yeah. We're going to reflect 1 point at a time. Don't try to guesstimate over here what it is. So point G has to count how many times to that line? 1, so go over once, label it G with the little hyphen on it. That's how I know it's the image. E is going to go 1, 2, count 2 spaces right over, and then go 2 spaces the other way, the equal amount. This is going to be your new E prime. And then lastly, F. Is that it? Yeah. That's 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. That is what we understand about reflecting. So just do it a point at a time. But here's the big understanding. What if this, let me ask you this. What if this picture was on this side? What would be the difference? What would be the difference if this triangle was on this side? Would you still reflect it? Yeah, but the points would now come out to this side, right? Anything that's on this side is going to reflect on the other side, and vice versa. Anything that's on this side is going to... Okay. Anyways, we're done with this one, right? F prime. And then, yeah, use your handy-dandy ruler there, or straight edge, the protractor. And it should look like a reflection, right? It still is a rigid transformation, right? It still maintains the same shape and size. It just got kind of flipped over. Think of it like a puzzle piece or something. It just flip it over. If I were to fold this over, can you guys imagine and see that it would land right on top of it and it looks correct? Yeah, it's a reflection. It's a reflection. It's not a translation. Okay? And use your highlighter too. You know, give it some style and color right there. Okay. Now, am I going to do the same thing over here? Let's go to number... go to number 3. Go to number 3. Am I going to do the same thing and I'm going to reflect it along the y-axis? No, because see, don't assume that what you did on the previous problem you do here. No. This one says what? X-axis. Reflect along the x-axis. Always, always, always draw it out or use your highlighter, because I had students doing the reflection the other way because they're not reading it. Okay. All right. I'll give you a minute. Go ahead and do this one. I think some of you are going to get stumped right here. Okay, so yeah, what do we do with this situation when one of the points is exactly on the line of reflection? Anybody know what happens? It just stays there. It's right on the line. You don't have to reflect it, nothing. So don't worry about that. Just reflect the other points. Well, if the line is like that, these points in the bottom are going to have to like reflect to the other side of that line. So that's to the top. Count 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the new T. So that's T with the little hyphen on it. And then count from point R up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You just count the same distance to the line, and then count the same amount the other way. And we already said if there's a point that's on the line, don't just leave it there. It stays right there. That's it. Pretty easy, right? Okay. Go ahead and copy that in. These shapes, these figures should be exactly the same size. They're in a different orientation, but it's still the same size. It's a rigid transformation. But this is a what? A reflection. And which one's the reflection? Well, that's the one that I'm going to color. A little bit. All right. Does that look like a reflection? It looks right. It looks correct, right? Okay, here's where some of you are. I know some of you are going to do it, but some of you are going to get stumped. What about number 4? Everybody do number 4. I'll give you about 2 minutes. Try it on your own without me saying anything. Okay, you have to make sure you don't reflect along the incorrect axis. This one's the x-axis. Reflect along the x-axis. You have to see the line of reflection, or else you're going to reflect it the wrong way. The x-axis is this one. And you're like, wait a minute, this can't be right. It's going right through the shape. How are you going to do that? Well, I'm telling you, you can't try to picture it. You can, but when it's something like this, just remember, any point that's on this side of this line is going to end up on the other side, yeah? And any point that's on the top, on this top side of this line, is going to end up on the bottom side. So just do it a point at a time. I'm going to do this one first, G. G is in the bottom. I'm going to count. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't I have to count 4 the other way? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the new G. This is the new G over here. And now these that are up here on the top part of the line are going to be end up on this bottom side. I know some of you got it, but some people were stuck. So how many times? Well, just one, right? Just one, and then just one. So one over, one to the line, and one after the line. Shh. Everybody get it? Just reflect a point at a time. If the line's going through the figure, it's still possible. Anything that's on one side of the line is going to end up on the other side. And these were on the top, so they're going to end up on the bottom. And when you connect these new dots, these image points here, I know it's overlapping, but it's a reflection, because the line was kind of going through the shape a little bit. Does that look right? Yeah, it is. It looks a little tricky. It looks like a star or something, but that is correct. That is correct. If you didn't do this, you did something else. Yeah, fix it. And if you can, yeah, go ahead, shade it in or color it in and make it look cool. If you don't have markers, just use your pencil, shade it in. Okay, go ahead and do 5 and 6 on your own. Real quick, I'll give you about, 3-4 minutes? Yeah, do 5 and 6 on your own. Read it carefully, or else you're going to do it the wrong way. Okay, here's what number 5 and 6 should look like. Yasmin, can I borrow yours so I can show if you shaded it in or if you used the marker? It should look like this. Ooh, what happened to it froze. Let it go, it's frozen. Oh, there it is. And what do I like? See how she highlights it? X-axis, and she highlights the x-axis. And then over here, this one says y-axis, and you highlight don't look at the wrong one. Okay, last thing. I think you got it. I told you you knew about 95% of this, 98%. Elizabeth, this one's yours. Give us to Elizabeth. Okay, everybody look at the back. There is a back side. Yeah, the back side. Oh, did this thing freeze again? Oh, there it goes. Okay, let me tell you what's the only thing new. Everybody read the directions up here. What's new? What's new about this backside that what you didn't have to do on the front side? The only thing new is this part. Find the coordinates. Find the coordinates of the vertices. The vertices are like the corners, right? These new, not this one, not this existing one. After the transformation, after. So let's first do this transformation, right? These are all transformations, but it's a reflection. Let's do number 7. And this one says x-axis, so x-axis is up, down, or right, left? Left, right. Yeah, this one. See, it even has an X right there. Hello. How do you mess that up? I don't know. Okay, make sure you don't do it the wrong way. You have to have a line of reflection. Well, the line for this section, for this assignment, is either going to be an x-axis or a y-axis. Okay, when I reflect these points, I'm going to have L, count one this way, count one this way. Here's the new L. And the M is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the only new thing is right here on the side. Let me just draw this. Does that look right? Yeah. Yeah, looks like two pyramids next to each other. Okay, it looks like that, right? So the only thing is, yeah, you're still going to do the reflection, but it says to provide these new coordinates for these new vertices. What are the new vertices? Well, the ones on the red triangle here. So I need the new, what are the coordinates for the point L, right? You guys know how to give coordinates, right? The location of these points here. What is the coordinates for L, for M, and for N? Okay, well, yeah, it is easy. You got to keep in mind that this is the center right here. This one right here is the origin right here. See the y-axis and the x-axis. So can anybody give me the coordinates for this L right here on this one here? 1, 1. Somebody said 1, 1. This way to the left is -1. Yeah, x is first. -1, and then up 1, huh? Yeah, -1, comma 1 is correct. Careful, careful. Don't think backwards. What would be n over here? Well, if I start here, wouldn't you have to go left? Hey, this is like translations. Go left what? 1, 2, 3. Go left 4. But we're not going to say left 4. We say -4, right? We're over here for n. -4, -4. And down 1, 2. Wait. Oh, yeah. 1, 2 only, huh? Isn't that -4, -2? That's it. That's the only thing about the backside. You're just going to give the coordinates. And M would be Negative 1, negative. Wait, something. Oh, yeah, that's right. Negative 1, negative 4. Negative 1, 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Or did I mess up? Yeah? Okay, so today just do these other ones that we didn't. I know I skipped around, so do the ones that we didn't finish and finish the back. Yeah, practice these. Okay, that's it right there. So easy.